everybody. So I just finished watching the OpenAI spring update, as did about 111,000 people. I assume that you're going to be flooded with a lot of people like, oh my gosh, that was the coolest thing ever. And then they're going to be talking about like multimodality. They're going to be shoving that down your throat for the next like a week or so, probably. So I want to give a contrary opinion, and I don't like to put out like a lot of content where like I don't want to put out content where it's like, hey, this is a red alert when it's just for like clickbait or whatever, like those types of videos. And then so I don't make or make these types of statements often. But so this particular statement, like to me, I see what I just saw as like a red alert for kind of like what's going on, right? Like I see problems with the recent video that we just saw, or the recent live stream that I just watched. And the big problems that I see are that they went over multimodality, and they like that was their whole entire concept of it, and that I was hoping that we would see more improvement for like a model that they can do that with, and I'll go over that secondarily. But so talking about multimodality, so like the essentially what they have solved is a problem that like it is a problem that needed to be solved, but it's not a problem that needed to be a like it shouldn't have been their feature. They hyped up this feature a lot, right? And then what they're going to release today a lot, and then it's multimodality, and then it's cool their fusion of multimodality, because it is interesting, right? It does solve a challenge. So in traditional multimodality article with traditional multimodality, and I wrote this article back in February, is that essentially how it works is individual models, right? So you have your text model like ChatGPT 4, and then you have your image generation model with like Dolly, and then you have your audio, which would be like Whisper, right? And then so three different models for the three different modalities, and then so you want to fuse them, but there are three different models, and then so it would be like the challenge has been in the thought like it would be cool like to fuse them in a way where it's they're not three individual models, would be like the ultimate goal, right? And then so I don't know, like just with, and that's essentially what they released today, which is cool overall. But highlighting this, so this I made this 7 months ago, so this is like October 2023, and this is MFAB, multimodal fusion with adjustable bias. And I don't have the money that that OpenAI has. I didn't go further into like building this out and then putting this into like ChatGPT 4, for example, etc. But I mean, to me, this is 100% what they just released today and they talked about today, 7 months ago, and like so. It's worrisome to me that like we're a year in, and then like there should be more progress, right? And then the second thing is that there's not progress with regards towards the model itself. Like that's like I think that scaling compute is not all you need. Like I don't like that's so I have concerns that they're focusing on multimodality. And that they're not releasing any sort of model that goes above and beyond the capabilities and the performance of the current models, right? And then so they're moving the benchmark a little bit again. What you're going to see with this model, and like it's going to be lost in translation because of like all of the hype train. This model is going to overtake Claude Opus by a little bit. I think like it will, because it's going to improve the logical performance capabilities by doing this. But I would think that it would improve them better than it did. So to me, I see this as a problem overall for these two reasons. Reason number one is that I haven't seen anyone release a model where they're scaling higher, right? So where they're like a GPT-5, and then Claude Opus is right at GPT-4 level, right? So I think like Altman says, like, we're not, like, we're very far away from a plateau, except I haven't seen it. We seem to be plateauing. Like, this is more evidence of a plateau and just a lot of talk that we're not. So I'm kind of getting a little bit worried about that at this point. And then secondarily, I'm worried that if this is like GPT 4.5, I'm worried that it didn't move the bar as much as it did, assuming that this is the like mysterious ChatGPT 2 model, which I've seen around and I've played around with a lot, which is a cool model. And I've said, it's really cool. It's definitely better than GPT 4, but it's not like leaps and bounds better. So if we're stuck around this range and we're making like lateral improvements at this point, like I mean, there's like we still don't have like agents fully solved, things like that. Like, we're on the cusp of these things, but you would think we would have them solve more. Like, I'm just starting to raise the flags around this. To me, like, I'm just creating a counter narrative overall that I think is going to come out with regards towards this recent announcements and these recent videos, and then just kind of putting like my real world spin. Like, I was hugely disappointed with everything that I just saw. I'm kind of nervous overall. Like, scaling compute's not all you need, and perhaps transformers aren't all you need. And that's kind of my big takeaway from this overall. Like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.